and welcome to the Hendy Ford Peace of Mind event. Thank you for joining us. My name is Lucy and I'm the Ford Product Genius here at Hendy Ford store in Portsmouth. Now that we're adapting to the new normal, rather than inviting you down to the dealership, we thought we'd take this opportunity to talk about the great new opportunity, the Peace of Mind campaign, and to answer any of your questions that you may have from the safety of your own home. We've been collecting questions from customers across the last week and have Harry and Adrian, our Ford brand managers, on hand to answer these. We have so many questions about the all-new Kuga plug-in hybrid, so I thought I'd put together a short walk-around video for you, so stay tuned. Over to you, Harry and Adrian.
Okay, thanks Lucy. Thank you Harry and Adrian for joining us this evening. As mentioned, we've had a few questions that we've taken, a few themes around the questions that we've taken from social media and people contacting us via their website around questions around peace of mind as well. Before we get cracking with the questions, Adrian and Harry, do you want to just introduce yourself and say who you are?
Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, everyone. My name's Adrian Cook. I'm the Ford brand manager for the Hendy Group in the Kent, Surrey and Sussex region.
And good evening, everyone. My name's Harry and I've worked in the Hampshire and West Sussex Ford division with the Hendy Group for over 20 years.
Okay, so the first one we have had, there's quite a few questions around the campaign itself. So first question being, can you just tell us more about the Peace of Mind campaign? You know, give us an overview of, what it is, what it includes, and how can people benefit from this?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take that one. And it's a great question. I guess given the uncertainty that a lot of us were and indeed still are experiencing in the current climate, we wanted to offer an increased peace of mind when customers buy a new Ford. So that's why we were very pleased to launch the Peace of Mind promotion across our Ford car range here at Hendy. So essentially, when you purchase a new Ford car on either a 2 or 3 year Ford options plan, you can defer the first 3 monthly payments. And then we can help you to cover the next 3 with a single payment of between £650 and £1,500. And this varies depending on your chosen vehicle. You then have the choice to receive this either as a cashback or as a deposit contribution, which can be added to any deposit that the customer chooses to put in on their Ford options agreement. All of this is in addition to the 0% APR, which is available on selected new Ford cars. So in most cases, you don't pay any interest for the duration of the agreement. And even our latest products, the cracking new Ford Puma and the all-new Kuga, are included, and they both benefit with competitive low-rate finance at 1.2% APR representative. Best thing to do to find out more is talk to one of our team, and you can do this either online, on the phone, or in one of our showrooms.
Okay, so our next question is regarding vehicles available in the range and what vehicles are available in the Peace of Mind campaign. Harry, do you want to answer that one for us?
Yeah, sure. I'll take that on. It's probably far quicker for me to highlight the cars that the Peace of Mind programme does not apply to. Due to limited supply of the large plug-in and hybrid vehicles, the Kuga PHEV and all-new full electric Mustang Mach-E don't qualify. Neither does the limited edition Mustang Edition or the Mondeo Zetec Edition. However, as I'm sure you're already aware, Ford have a wide range of cars available, ranging from small, compact, sporty Fiestas to large 7-seat vehicles. So in summary, the vast majority of vehicles do indeed qualify for Peace of Mind programme.
Great news. Thank you very much. Okay, so Adrian, another question for you. People were interested in trying the cars, and during this different circumstance, are people able to take a test drive as yet? And if so, how does this work? If someone's interested in the Peace of Mind campaign, chosen a vehicle they are interested in, how do they actually go around a test drive now?
Okay, yeah, another really great question. I'm sure it's one that's on a lot of people's minds. How do we do this? How do they still try the vehicle out first? So the short answer is yes, absolutely. People can still come in and test drive their car of choice. We've actually been able to secure the relevant cover from our insurance providers so that we can now offer unaccompanied test drives. So essentially, customers can still drive their vehicle of choice before they make that all-important final purchase decision. What we do is we ensure that the vehicle is thoroughly cleansed and sanitised before the customer arrives on site. We provide them with a very clear route that the customer can follow. And all of this is done by a fairly strict pre-booked appointment, which enables us to be absolutely certain that we can get the car ready, prepared, cleaned, sanitised. But it's also really important for us at the moment to limit the number of customers that are visiting our premises and our showrooms at any one time. So far, it's worked really, really well, and people are still out there taking test drives and making their final decisions to buy cars.
Thank you very much. So the next question and theme of questions we've been receiving, and it links quite nicely onto your previous answer, Adrian, was that is it safe for me to come around to the showroom yet? You know, people are asking about test drives, whether they can use the cars, but I guess before actually getting to the car, it's actually coming to the showroom and seeing the staff. You know, so maybe Harry, maybe you could pick this up for us. You know, is it safe for people to visit the showrooms as yet?
Well, again, the short answer is yes, but allow me to elaborate in a bit more detail. In conjunction with the Ford Care Code, we worked hard during the lockdown period to implement a series of measures to ensure that our showrooms are both welcoming and safe environments. To name but a few, we've redesigned the layout to ensure the safe 2-metre social distancing. And where the site allows, we've also have an open door one-way system, which I have to say, having visited a few sites, can be a little disorientating if you're a regular visitor. We've also have COVID sanitisation stations located at our entrances and periodically throughout the site. And we have, as Adrian mentioned, a team on site to sanitise cars. What we also have, and I'll show you here, we have a seal. Hopefully you can see that. This seal sits on the doors, and once the vehicle has been sanitised, we stick that across them. And when the seal is broken by virtue of opening the door, we know that we need to go and re-sanitise that car and stick a seal back on. It tears in the middle where the door's open. I'm not going to do it on that one. That would be wasteful. But we also have, on top of that, protective screens between employees and customers. So all of these measures are in accordance with government advice. However, please bear with us, because it has meant that our lovely, shiny, well-organised showrooms look a little barren. But fear not, we still have lots of cars on display. They just sit outside rather than inside, which is great when the sun is shining.
Perfect. Thank you, Harry. Much appreciated. We've also had a few questions and quite a bit of interest in regards to the all-new Kuga, specifically the PHEV. And people want to know about, what's it like to live with, usability, MPG. There's some interest around that as well. I know, Adrian, you've actually been using one over the last few weeks. So I guess you're best to answer this question. Can you give us a bit of a lowdown on the all-new Kuga PHEV, please, and I guess your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. So I picked up the all-new Kuga plug-in hybrid in the first couple of weeks of March, obviously prior to lockdown. This is the first time I've actually really properly driven a hybrid vehicle. So I guess there was some nervousness around things like the range that it could do. People talk about range anxiety with hybrid and electric vehicles, but I have to say, so far, my experience is fantastic. It's really easy to operate. That's in terms of charging the car. I do it either at home or at work. A full charge would normally give me around about 35 miles of full electric driving, which is plenty for me to do my normal commute to work. Obviously, during lockdown, the car wasn't used, so I haven't been I didn't need to charge it all that much at all, to be honest. But the one thing that it has shown me is that I'm getting between 80 and 90 miles to the gallon out of it, which may not be what everyone will get, but I have to say it's become quite addictive to me, watching how I can get the best MPGs out of the car. The petrol engine that's in there is a 2.5 litre petrol. It kicks in when it's required, and as the driver, you don't have to do anything to make that happen. It just does it. So I guess you don't need to worry about driving longer distances, as the battery, I guess, almost self-charges as you go. All in all, I think it's a great car. It looks fantastic. And a forthcoming attraction is we're very keen to launch a 24-hour test drive program in July. So keep an eye on our website for that. And don't forget to stick around to the end of this session, because there will be a walk around of the all-new Kuga.
Very good point. Thank you very much. My next question, which I thought I'd throw in there as well, which was an interesting question. We've had a customer who is interested in part exchanging their current vehicle, and they would like to see how much their car is worth. How can people do that at the moment to understand, what they could use towards their next vehicle?
Yeah, okay, I'll take that on. As an occasional buyer of cars myself for the family, etc., I know how important the value of my current car is to the overall cost to upgrade. It can mean the difference between going ahead or putting my new car purchase on hold. In this time when we could understandably be reluctant to venture out of the home unnecessarily, we now have the ability for you to value your own car from the comfort of your own home. Simply visit hendy.co.uk. I think you need to select a brand and a vehicle of interest, whether that be new or used, and you'll see a value my car section.
Right.
Once you've entered the relevant details about the car, the mileage, the reg plate, etc., you'll be shown three prices. You'll have excellent, average, and poor. You can then gauge its value from our handy definitions and hopefully decide that the offer is aligned with your expectation. And then as we get nearer to the point where you want to come in, you could email us some photographs of the vehicle with further description, and we could firm up that value for you via email.
Great. And those three, excellent, average, and poor, that was the condition of your current vehicle, is that correct?
That's right, yeah. The condition of their current car, and there are some little definitions which sort of suggests which category the car would fall into, so it should be pretty straightforward.
Okay, perfect. I'll tell you what, we'll also leave the link to the valuation tool on this video as well. So if people are interested, they can do so, and hopefully you guys and your teams can help look into their next purchase.
Cool.
Okay, so my next question for you is not regarding new car sales, but it's a good question from customers. Have asked, can I still get my car service at Hendy Ford at the moment? Adrian, did you want to pick that one up for us?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a nice easy one. And again, it's another short answer. Yes, we are all fully operational in our after sales departments with a very kind of similar process to what we've put in place in the showrooms in terms of social distancing and enhanced levels of sanitation to keep customers and colleagues safe. We've got the same Perspex shields in place, so customers and service advisors keep that distance. It's probably also worth pointing out that our accident repair centres are also operational, as are our parts departments. And there's some really, really useful videos that are sitting on our Facebook page that show customers what to expect and the kind of protocols and processes that we're asking people to stick to when they come onto one of the sites. And all of this is to keep people as safe as we possibly can do during this time.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're on to our last question, which is a great question, actually. We've had a comment from a customer who has said, I've seen some dealers offering home delivery. Do you offer this? I guess a great question given current circumstance. Harry, do you want to answer this one?
Yeah, sure. You're right. I'd like to reiterate that is a great question because we go through all of the safety measures to keep people safe in the showrooms. But if we couldn't get your car to you safely, all of that would be eroded. So in order to combat that, we've brought together a team of professionals to carry out contactless home deliveries. In short, we can deliver your new car to your driveway, take away your part exchange of vehicle if it's applicable, all conducted within the government's social distancing guidelines. The process will be conducted with safety as our utmost concern, with a full vehicle anti-back wipe down and a no-touch human interaction.
As mentioned, if anyone does have any further questions for both of you guys or your teams, anyone can get involved and ask these questions across our social platforms, via our website, via our live chat function, over the phone. We're always on hand to help. Do you guys have any last comments you'd like to add?
I guess I'd just like to say that hopefully this has been useful and we're willing to do it whenever's necessary, and that we're really developing our methods of communicating with customers so that you don't feel you have to come into the dealerships. So keep an eye on our website for further developments in terms of the technology we can use to essentially bring the car to you virtually. Thank you for watching. Adrian?
Nothing to add. Thanks for the engagement in this. It's been really enjoyable to do that and to answer the questions. We hope it's been useful. And as Harry said, we're happy to do this and answer any questions going forward. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you both. We're going to shoot over to our product genius, Lucy, who has the amazing all-new Kuga PHEV. So stick around. She's going to give us a walk around the vehicle. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
With a complete redesign of the incredible popular previous shape, the new Kuga comes available with the Ford PHEV technology. So what does that mean? Here are 5 knowledgeable enhancing facts. It has a 2.5 litre petrol engine paired with a 14.4 kilowatt battery. It can run solely on electrical power for up to 35 miles completely emissions free. It has a combined MPG of over 200 miles per gallon and produces just 26 grams of CO2 per kilometre. All of the Kugas come with both a Type 2 wallbox 7-pin cable, which charges in around about 4.5 hours, and a 3-pin domestic stock charger cable, which charges around 8 hours. Calculating on an average electrical tariff of 16p per kilowatt hour, it would just cost £2.30 to fully charge. Now let's give you a walk around.